All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're going to be going ahead and starting the process to do the rockers and cab corners. If you're paying attention, I don't necessarily know if you are, this is going to be a completely new playlist. I'll dub this to the playlist for the LBZ, but I'm going to be doing a specific playlist for how to replace your rockers and cab corners, and I'm going to start from the very beginning all the way to the very end, as I've never done this before. So hopefully this playlist can help you out and help other people as well. One thing we're going to be doing right away is we're going to be taking our seats out. We're going to be taking the rear seats out and the front seats out. I'm going to be putting the front seat back in once we get it all taken out. But this is something you don't have to do. It's just something I want to do because I want to take the seats out. I want to take my carpet out and look at the floor, see what's going on, see if you know, I have to repatch anything or how the cab itself is doing, the condition it's in. This will also give me the opportunity to replace the cab vents and also get rid of my carpet because I hate carpet. And so I'm going to probably, don't quote me on that because I don't know until we get this taken care of, but I'm probably going to like raptor line the floor. So we need to get this cleaned out. Camper spare tire. Pump the jam license plate. Ew. Boost auto parts that have been there for a long time. I'm gonna take this side out first because this is a one section side. I will link below a video that I did on this already, I think 2 years ago now, of how to take out your seats. So I will link that below. All right, so starting out here, we're gonna take this smaller section out first just because I want to. Don't mind all my freaking dog here, my goodness, it's crazy. This one right here, this is gonna be an 18 millimeter, and then there's two on the back side here as well. That will be easier to get from that side, but I'm just gonna go ahead and reach around and get them. The old good old reach around. Don't mind my chrome socket either. That's what that bolt will look like. That's a 13 millimeter, sorry, okay. Didn't see that coming. I even did this recent. I even did this 2 years ago, my goodness. These two over here, those two were 13 millimeters. So now you can see over there, we've got two nuts here we've got to take off. These are both also 13 millimeters. So now we have the four main seat nuts to take off. These are all 18 millimeters. They're very easy to get at. This back one here is kind of a pain. I just used some kind of extension magic. I do have a really long 3/8 extension, but this one is a slip extension, so it swivels nicely. So I have kind of a slip extension with a swivel and then a swivel on here. And this worked really well to get that bolt back there. All right, like I said, I will post a video down below that's a lot more in-depth. This one, you'll basically get the gist of all of it. Hopefully I won't need a freaking pry bar. All right, so you live and you learn. Apparently there's a reason why I took out the other side first, because you kind of have to. So let's go to the other side. All right, so this side's really easy. It's just going to be 4 18 millimeter bolts again. This back one is not nearly as tricky as the other back one. And then here is the location where those other two bolts were that I got out from the other side. Also, if you see here, I cut this cable. This was like the latch cable to keep it from stopping from going all the way forward like this. I cut it. Yeah. I cut it. If you watch the other video that I linked below for you to how to take them apart, take these out and swap in the front captain's chairs with the center console. If you watch that video, you would see exactly why I took that cable apart and why I just cut it. So I'll let you go find out exactly why I did that from there, because we're gonna pry up on this to basically pop this seat out like that. The other reason why I'm going to link that video in below for you guys is because I'm a one-man show, so I can't like have someone hold the camera right now or have one person hold the camera and two people take this out. I'm taking these seats out by myself right now, so that's why I'm doing that. It's very effortlessly. You saw me just there. It was very effortlessly. This is a Pittsburgh pry bar. Not a big fan of them. I want to get some Mayhews. Once you pop it out and it's all loose, you can click your seat back down and then try and take this bad boy out. There we go, just like that. There it is for you guys. Now I gotta take this to the wonderful garage. Oh, fuck. Work smarter, not harder, they say, right? That's what I'm doing here. Oh, heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Now, since we already did this side, we should be able to just flip this down, pop this out. Take her on out. Oh yeah, easy peasy. Well, let's just not scratch, actually. There we go. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. So now that we got the back seats out, the rear seats, we can move on to the front seats. The front seats are gonna be a little bit different for you guys, so make sure you pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. All right, so I'm gonna be utilizing these LEXIVON E-Torx socket set. I got this as a 20-piece set from Amazon. I got this off Amazon. I'll leave a link below for you guys on these. They're impact rated. You get E4 to E8, you get E10 to E20, kind of your standard sizes. They are skipped, so just let that be known. But it's a great little kit here for if you don't always necessarily deal with E-Torx. It's a nice small case and also comes with a lifetime warranty. So make sure you go check this out and make sure you stay tuned for the review on this product. Keep in mind I upload on Mondays and Wednesdays and occasional Friday or Saturdays. So on the weekends, just kind of stop in the channel and see if I uploaded something on the weekends, and you might see something like that come through. So here, make sure you move the seat back. We're going to start in the front ones, and I'll explain that in a little bit, but you're going to want to move the seat all the way back to access these security nuts, or what they technically call. They're an E-Torx. It's going to be a 20mm E-Torx socket. I got it also on a universal 3/8 swivel, impact swivel, along with a small extension. Very simple to get out. Get the two in the front out, and then you can move on to the back. So we're going to go ahead and slide this seat all the way forward. Damn, I forgot how far that goes forward. Pitch our tools back there since we've got the access. So now you hear. So now, sorry. So now you see that I have some aftermarket wiring again. Watch that video. I installed these rear capstans chairs with the center console. My truck did not come with this, so I had to do some wiring, and I show you that in that video, I guess. But anyways, you got one here, and then one in here. These are going to be a 14mm E-Torx. I need to disconnect my power. And then hopefully I can go ahead and take this one out with ease. Or set that right there for now. All right, so if you can see here, if I'm not blocking the camera at all, you can see two studs here. Well, this stud has no threads on it. This is where the bolt that goes straight through for the seat. And then this is the stud for the one E-Torx socket nut. The center console just sits right there, and then the seats get bolted on top of it. So if you're wondering what you got to do to take your center console out, you don't have to go through this massive process of trying to take a bunch of stuff out. You just take your seats off, and then you can take that center console out. And the same goes for if you have like a bench seat or something like that. It's bolted down the same exact way the center console is bolted down. So now let's go ahead and take care of the front seat. Back it up. Again, these two front bolts are going to be an E20 for the socket size. Very simple to take off, very easy to get off. I would highly suggest a universal socket. Now again, slide your seat all the way forward. Got the old 14mm on the back side here. All right, so now we can go ahead and take this bad boy out of here. Oh shit, I messed up. Make sure you disconnect your wiring first. That's really important. That's really, really, really important. All right, so now let's try and take it out. My goodness. Oh, would you look at that? Way easier. I'm actually just gonna set this aside right now because I'm gonna be putting this one back in. because I still want to be able to drive my truck. All right, so now it's time for us to start doing Mumba. No, I'm just kidding. All right, it's time for us to start taking this out. So, how do you take this out? Pop this loose a little bit. Pop this loose. I've got wiring back here, so I'm going to disconnect this wiring. I don't need it wired in right now. It's wiring too. All this is getting gutted out of here now, basically. And you've got this nice little clip here. Just go ahead, push it in, pull it out. That's your 12-volt charger thing. So we're going to set this aside. Now, when you're in here and you're doing the, you're taking it out of a truck that already has a center console, there will be screws back in here. Keep that in mind. I don't have those screws because this is aftermarket, so I never like fastened it to the dash, which you don't necessarily really need to. I think it's like 2 8mm screws. But anyways, now this is all completely free. I got 75 cents in there. Now we just pick it up and pull it on out. So this is basically my power wiring to go from my harness here that I spliced to go over to my passenger side seat, because I didn't have power side passenger side seats. That was manual, so I had to take the motor power and send it over so that I would have the motor available over there. I just ran 2 12-gauge wires. I put them in some wire loom, ran them up into the console, ran them back down. You never would have seen them if you were in the back of the truck even, so it's really clean. I mentioned that and I show you all that when I did the wiring of this truck, when I did the wiring of the seat, so make sure you watch that video. And that's linked below for you guys. It's a little more in depth, but this is basically it. That's how you take your seats out. Again, like I stated before, I will be putting my driver's side seat back in just because I do want to drive the truck in the process of doing the rockers and cab corners and all that, but I will not be putting the center console back in. So most certainly stay tuned for future videos on this process. As the next step, we're going to rip out the carpet and we'll rip out all the side molding on the interior of the truck, the plastic molding as well. Again, I do upload on Wednesdays and Mondays with the occasional Friday or Saturday upload, so make sure you guys stay tuned for those videos. Stay tuned for the future process of this, as I hope this new playlist will help you guys out and help somebody else out in the future. Taking out your Silverado seats, your GMC seats, your Yukon seats. This is basically how you take all these seats out. It's very simple to do with some basic tools. If you don't have impacts, you can use some breaker bars and some regular ratcheting wrenches. So it's very simple to do. I would highly suggest if you're looking to take your seats out to kind of clean your carpet up or replace your carpet, this video is a very easy how-to video to follow, and so is the one that's linked below. So as far as reinstalling your seats goes, you just basically reverse the same process. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to reach that 10,000 goal. We're on our way. Well, hopefully we can even surpass that. That would be outstanding. So also check out the merchandise link as well below for t-shirts just like this, my shop t-shirt and other t-shirts that I do have. Also my hats. So make sure you check out that link below and have yourselves a great night. And I hope you guys stay tuned for the rest of this playlist and the rest of this kind of series on how to replace your rockers and cab corners.